Howdy folks, Sapper here with another, it's not a complete turn, but we're continuing on with turn 5, so the movement and combat phase. So for movement, there's a lot going on this turn, or at least for the movement and combat phase. Well, the movement phase anyway, not so much combat, but there was a lot of movement going on. So as you can see, these two units here, I moved those off of the strategic display and onto the operational map. So they came off of the overall big picture map and moved them in. So they're basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to help get this supply line established right back over here. So they moved in. And then we had a lot of movement here. So what I've done here is these, you see these diamonds with the number in it, that basically helps me with supply. So for example, so it is 4 movement points from here to here. It is 3 movement points from here to here. And when I say movement points, it's supplies based on motorized movement. So, and those change all the time. So, or it'll change frequently depending on the weather, or if somebody, you know, if a road has been denied due to interdiction or an enemy zone of control or something like that. So that's kind of why it just kind of helps remind me, because supply is starting to get kind of tricky. Let's see here. So more Soviet movement or Russian movement. So we had these guys move here. All right, I don't remember exactly where they came from. There was so much going on, I couldn't, there'd be marker all over the map. So I kind of just used the generic arrows. So a couple brigades from the 41st, or Southern Military District, moved here. A couple more brigades moved here. With this headquarters, along with, I believe there's artillery. Yep, headquarters along with artillery, they moved there to get a little closer to help support things. What did we have here? We had a couple brigades moved in to try to take over that installation. So that's why there's a clearing marker there. And then, of course, during the reorganization phase, we'll conduct clearing operations. I know some of these Soviet units and some of these Belarusian units moved. I honestly ran out of markers of the red arrows. So that's what happened there. And now over on the strategic display, moved that surface action group in. They were in the Northern Baltic, so they were up here, and they moved into here. We had this airborne division moved here. We had that supply unit moved from Lithuania into Kaliningrad. And then up here, we had a bunch of stuff move here. So there's a bunch of units from the Western Military District. They moved. We had the 20th Guards Division. They moved in, and we had another mobile supply unit. So they're all moving south, basically, is what's happening. And then on the Allied side of the house, let me see, what else happened? The Russians didn't really do any combat. It was more of trying to get more units into position. But we did do some surface combat here, naval surface warfare. So both of these surface action groups attacked this carrier battle group, because this carrier battle group was point detected to start with. So each surface action group was able to cause a strike 1, so 1 + 1 is 2, so that's why there's a strike 2 marker on there. I could have retreated the battle group to avoid taking a strike marker, but I don't want to do that. I need them. I need as many ships as I can in the Southern Baltic. So And also it will help. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this. The more units I have here, the better my chances are will be to flip this from Russian control, this inshore box here. So that inshore box, I need to get that into NATO control. So that's why I'm kind of leaving all these units here, or the naval units, rather than retreat them. So in response, this battle group and this action group attacked that surface action group. Each one of them caused a strike 1, so there you have it. That's kind of what happened there. We had this surface action group moved into the inshore box, and then we had a French carrier battle group and a British amphibious assault group with some commandos in it. They were in the North Sea up here, and they moved into the basin. So that's what's going on this display. And then as far as Allied movement goes, there was a lot of Allied movement because we had a lot of reinforcements come in. Let me see these. I think these are Belgian. I want to say this is Belgian. I can't tell. Can't tell. Maybe it's Spanish. I don't remember. I think it's Spanish. That color. It's so hard to remember some of these because there's so much stuff now. Of course, it's not on that one. Yeah, so that's Spain. That's a Spanish headquarters, and looks like a Spanish divisional headquarters, and a motorized infantry brigade. So they were here, moved to here, and then several units. There was some, I think, here, and then I think the headquarters and one other brigade was here. They all moved into here. The headquarters used its bridging capabilities to put a bridge across there. So hopefully it'll alleviate the supply problems right now that the Marines are having right here. So you can see a lot of out of supply markers. All these Russian units are out of supply. And then this stack of Marines is out of supply because of the inshore box being Russian controlled. This stack of Marines, which is actually right here too, I just put them there because that stack would be huge. This stack of Marines, because they landed this turn, they are not out of supply yet. These guys landed the prior turn, so they're out of supply. So we got a ton of Marines, 2 amphibious groups, all right here in that town, however you say it. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm not going to even try. So that's what we got going on there. The beachhead is out of supply, and it's flipped over to represent that. Again, you see a lot of out of supply markers. All right, what else do we have going on here? So this French-German headquarters and this French battalion, it air assaulted, air mobiled in from Germany. These guys were here, they moved to here. I had planned on doing an attack on these guys here, but the odds were still terrible, even though they're out of supply. These two, this headquarters and that mountain infantry, they were here, so we just moved over here, or moved them over there. Let's see here. We've got a couple aviation brigades from the 82nd Airborne Division moved from Germany. We have got the 82nd Airborne Divisional Headquarters. We've got 3rd Brigade, and we've got 2nd Brigade. They paradropped here and then used their one movement point after paradropping to move into that town, I believe, Otwock. I don't know how you say it, but so they moved there. We had this German divisional headquarters and this German, I think it's a regiment, parachute regiment. So they airdropped here and then moved here to protect this air base, hopefully. We had this mountain infantry. They also paradropped, or they, I don't remember, air mobile. I think they air mobile. I don't remember. It's kind of confusing, but I moved them here. Maybe I couldn't have done that, but I'm not taking the move back, so whatever. Let's see. And then I had these two, that armor brigade and that mechanized infantry brigade. They were here. I moved them over to here. And then we conducted an attack with these two units and the 1st Cav. That is a infantry combat team. I don't think that's too many symbols. That is a armored brigade combat team. They conducted an attack here. It ended up being a both sides lose one, so they lost one, and that was the one they lost there. And there was a bunch of air support involved, and some artillery support, and just stuff everywhere. Bombs and bullets and stuff everywhere. So that is pretty much this turn. That will almost wrap up turn 5. There's going to be, I got to do the reorganization. There'll be some more reinforcements that come in and replacements and stuff like that. But that is pretty much the gist of it. Oh, here we go. I forgot about these guys. So we got some more clearing operations that are going to be conducted here and here, as well as that one over there that I think I already talked about. I don't remember. I think I talked about the interdiction. I don't know, we can see the interdiction that happened here, and then the interdiction here that really didn't affect supply, but it could. We'll see. I think the interdiction markers can get removed, so we'll see how that works out. But anyway, there you have it. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys here. So we had this 1st Division with the 9-1, so 9th Brigade 1st Division and 41st Brigade 1st Division mechanized infantry units. They moved, and we'll see where we end up moving them to. But you can see there's a lot of NATO reinforcements coming in. But anyway, that's all I've got for now. We'll talk to you folks later. Bye.